Hey guys, welcome to Split. The S21 Ultra is here. Well, it's been here since January and it launched with one goal: be better than the S20 Ultra from 2020 at $200 less. And so far so good. Let's check it out. Okay, so you know the specs are awesome, so we're not gonna just reel them out, but we're gonna just mention them as we go. It is rocking the best specs there is, either Snapdragon 888 or, depending on where you live, an Exynos 2100, which isn't so bad this year. Samsung is actually making effort to make that chip better. But let's start with where the real changes take place, and that's at the back. This camera Lego hump, which looks like a weapon attachment, has been redesigned so it flows into the side of the chassis. See that? So it's not just jutting out as something you can unclip and throw it away. No, but it looks like an intentional design now, and I think it is much better for it. Not to mention that this matte black is pretty much the best version of a black phone I've seen ever. It's so well done. It's just black, you know? It's Mystic Black, yeah. It's not a fingerprint magnet, which makes a lot of sense, and it's covered by Invictus, which is still glass, so don't drop it on the floor. Flip to the front, you have a 6.8-inch Quad HD dynamic Super AMOLED screen that is covered in Gorilla Glass Victus. All that, and peaks out at, I think, 1500 nits, yeah, 1500 nits. In English, it's just really bright and is really pretty in any light. It is, I have a screensaver still on it, came out of the box. Hey, I have children. I gotta be careful with this. Okay, now you can see the throw it to the side. This is what it really looks like. See how pretty that is? It has an ultrasonic fingerprint built in on the front. Not too big on speeds, you know, fast does your work. Anything under a second is fine. It's not a competition. I'm not trying to win best prize for unlocking my phone. And it also has Wacom technology built into the screen now, which basically means you can use the pen on this device, especially if you're a Note fan and you can't wait for a new Note or whatever it is. This will now support that pen. But just to note, it doesn't support Bluetooth sync. So if you lose the pen or leave it behind like you would with your Note, you're not gonna get a notification to tell you that you've left the stylus behind. And you can't do air gestures like you did with the old one with the Harry Potter, you know, swish it around and make things happen. That's not happening. I still personally find it a bit sluggish in comparison to the Ultra integration, but it is a nice to have. Samsung says there'll be a Stylus Pro, I think, coming out later in the year, and that should have all the whistles and bells you want. There is no housing unit in the phone to put it. This is your USB jack, so there's nowhere to put it, which is a bit awkward, but if you must have it, you could buy one of those ugly cases. Yeah, I say ugly, it is ugly. And just house the pen in the side and then force your phone into it, but it just makes it one more thing to buy and one more thing to carry, which takes away the beauty of the sleekness of your phone, in my opinion anyway. And there's that. But if you must have a stylus, it's good to know that it does support that feature, and you can write your heart's content. Have fun with that. Go crazy. Now back to the cameras. It has 4 cameras, kind of hard to miss, not 5. That thing is a laser module. It has a wide, ultra wide, and 2 telephoto cameras. I think one's at ×10 and one's at ×3 or so. It still has the 100x space zoom, which is a bit better here, but don't expect to get anything with decent quality and above 20 or 30x zoom, at least in my trials that I've used it so far. But it's just kind of cool gimmick to have. I mean, 100x zoom, that's impressive. Still on the cameras, it has something called director's mode, because why I'll have all these cameras if I can't use them like a director? And what that basically does, it lets you turn on all the cameras at the same time. Sounds ridiculous, I know, but give me a second, I'll sell it to you. So imagine you're shooting something, and you can also shoot yourself while you're talking about that thing simultaneously, and switch between wide and ultra wide at the same time, and you can flip options as you go. So I think it's a cool feature, especially if you're vlogging or making explanatory videos. I thought it was gonna be super gimmicky, but it is kind of useful when you think about it, especially or if you're having an interview with someone and you want to show both sides and show something else as a third party. I don't know, try for yourself, see what you think. Let me know what you think in the comments below, but I think it's cool though. This thing is rocking Android 11 and the One UI from Samsung 3.1. That combination, I think Samsung keeps refining its UI and it's getting better and better. There's slightly less bloatware in here, which is a good thing for Samsung, thumbs up. And they even gave you the option to change that Bixby thing you were stuck with on the right to Google Discover. So again, a bit more customizable. So thank God for that. Given that I'm in Nigeria, I guess I should mention bits on this device that may be useless to me. It is the S21 Ultra 5G. Yeah, we're still kind of struggling with 4G. So 5G, you're never gonna really enjoy that speed on this device. It also supports Wi-Fi 6, the new Wi-Fi 6 module, standard 6E. Again, kind of still struggling with the old Wi-Fi modules, standard. So nice to have if you do leave the country at some point, maybe get your vaccine. Those will show up and maybe give you the speed you can enjoy. But right now, those are just nice to haves on this device. So that's my first downside. Well, it's not really a down, it's a feature you just can't utilize depending on where you are in the world. The second one is that there is no SD card. Yeah. So typically in these flagship devices, there would be an SD card that would allow you to expand your storage. And considering the amount of data people are taking these days, if you use director's mode or you take raw footage, that's a large amount of video, and it's great to have that option to store on an SD card, but that's gone now. So you have to think it through how you want to use the phone before you choose what model you're going to buy, 256, 512. If you're a large data cap user or you don't have a lot of online storage, again, there's a debate for that. I want to just put all your stuff online, but then there's that old school, is it old school? Paranoia that wants to keep most of your files on a physical device that you can access when you want them if you're paranoid about the government, you know, looking at your selfies of food or something. But anyway, think about it before you choose your device. There is no SD card here. Oh yeah, and since we're talking about things that are missing, MST technology isn't here. That might sound weird to you, but let me explain. So MST is magnetic stripe technology, which Samsung had created for their S series, so I think from 10 up. What that does is it mimics the magnetic stripe cards, so you can use your phone to make payments on terminals that are not wireless terminal payments, so it doesn't have to say Samsung Pay accepted here or Apple Pay accepted here. The phone will mimic the card and it'll still pay. It used to blow people's minds. I used to love it, but it's not here anymore. That won't work anymore. And I think Samsung took that out because they've created cards now for their own payment module. So yeah, so that's out the window. Bottom line, should you upgrade if you have an S20? If you can afford it, yeah, I think the upgrades are not too minor for you to skip it because first of all, the cameras are better. The design for the camera is better. It does support S Pen, even though, albeit not the fully loaded S Pen that may come out later in the year. No air gestures, but it does support that if you're a Note guy. It's nice to have, even though you gotta buy a weird case. You have your refresh rate that you can run both at the same time, both full HD and all. However, if you can afford it, cool. If not, no big loss. I think it is a great phone, looks really nice, and it's $200 cheaper than when the S20 came out in a pandemic. I think timing was just bad, but this one, not bad at all. Kudos Samsung. And if you did order this early, Samsung sends you some goodies. They send you a smart tag, which can help you track your product. If you have a dog or luggage or keys, smart tag helps you keep in touch with other tags. That way you can find it on your phone, wherever that is. Then Samsung also sends you a 25-watt adapter. They can't send you a higher one because this phone no longer supports 45-watt charging. But the 25-watt adapter is enough to give you, I think, 50% power in 30 minutes. So that's not bad. And also there's some guilt because this is not in the box. Thank you, Apple. Everybody, that's now the standard. So they send you that if you order this early. And the cream of the crop, if you order this early, they do send you Galaxy Buds Pro, the upgrade to the Galaxy Buds Live. And yeah, so there's that. I will go through a full review for all these later. And that's my time. Thank you all for watching. I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. You guys take care out there.